So prison's kind of pretty interesting. Like, I remember in high school, I'd watch Wes Watson, and his videos were pretty interesting. Like he went to prison for 10 years, and uh, and he was like pretty interesting. Like he talks about his experiences, the things he saw. He said something that was like pretty interesting, but like around year 8 or whatever, I might be getting the date wrong, but he's like, all my karma was like paid for essentially, because like when he was selling drugs. I'm not sure he killed anyone, but like definitely like carrying guns or whatever, definitely like threatening people. But like even if you do kill someone, like there's repercussions to that, and that ties into the whole like plenary indulgence. Like you could sin, like for example, you could murder someone, and you can go to confession, but you'll still face the consequences of that action. And then in order to like not go to purgatory because of that sin, even though you are forgiven because you went to confession, you need what's called like a plenary indulgence, so you don't go to purgatory if you die. And it's pretty easy to get plenary indulgence, like 30 minutes of adoration, which is really, honestly, pretty amazing. So prison, very interesting. Again, I never went to prison. Fortunately, I'm white, and I'm not stupid, not dumb. And learning about Wes Watson was very, very interesting. Like he has like motivational videos that he would post every day. And on his Instagram, he's still posting every day. Like he posts that he wakes up at like 2:30 a.m. and he like goes and works out every day. And the reason I'm talking about this is because like I've like last 2 days woke up at like 2 a.m. and then just got up and just started my day. And then today I woke up at like 3:15 a.m. which I'm like, it's pretty interesting that they do it. But as far as like the schedule of like someone in prison, he went through it. Like you would wake up at like 2 or 3 a.m. and basically the shot caller, the leader, and it's different for each. Prison is segregated by race, which I think is another profound thing. And it's not, again, it's separated by race. And I think everyone knows like different races, they're very different in the way, they handle things, culture, their food. But in prison, it's obvious. Like the whites are with the whites, Mexicans with the Mexicans, etc., etc. And he said that when he was in prison, that the Mexicans, they would start their roll call. So basically, they wake up, the shot caller, he would say, your name, you say good morning. So he'd be like, Diaz, good morning. And then you would yell, good morning. And I remember just thinking about that right now. But it's like that sort of love and that sort of like heart posture that like someone cares about you, someone's acknowledging you and that you exist and saying good morning. Like, good morning, like, and then you're supposed to like start your program, whatever, read, work out, etc., etc. And then, eventually the lights would turn on and the doors would open and people would go to the bathroom, etc., etc. So it's very interesting, very interesting. And it's when you get to like the high, I would say like a high level, like you wake up early because, you work out, do all this other stuff. And so you get like 3-4 hours of work, which are very good versus, everyone else, et cetera, et cetera. There's a whole bunch of benefits. But let's think about this day. Think about this right now. Also, there's some freaking bunnies eating some grass on my front lawn. And these bunnies don't know that they're probably gonna freaking be in some chop suey soon, because I think it's quite annoying. I don't like bunnies eating my lawn. As far as bugs are pretty annoying. That's the one thing like about like hot weather. Everyone loves hot weather, but it's the bugs, the freaking spiders, the bugs that just suck. You know what I mean? And so it like balances out. So it's like when it's really cold, you're like, man, I think like 70 degrees is pretty good. You want it hot enough, but not hot enough where you start getting bugs and flies, mosquitoes, and spiders, etc., etc. So like I think that's like the perfect. Again, I think it's around 70 degrees or whatever, where you don't get any of the negative effects of hot weather, but you get just enough where you're not, freezing. But yeah, God bless.